Of course, everything we've shown you so far was only leading up to the main reason he was here. This to address a crowd of 8,000 at Baxter Arena. Joe Chiodo has highlights of the president's speech given earlier tonight.
Hello, Omaha!
President Obama warmed up the crowd Wednesday with some Omaha pride.
Go Mavericks! Whenever I give a State of the Union, I want to get out of Washington and talk to people, out in the country. And so the first place I decided to visit was Omaha.
And it was here in Omaha that he chose to quickly drive home his points from last night's State of the Union.
Because as I said last night, America's at its best when we see each other as one people.
The president answered 4 questions. The first, how to make the economy work for everyone.
So our starting point has to be, things are not terrible. If your unemployment rate is at 5 and here in Omaha it's below 3.
The second, how to use innovation to solve problems.
We should keep pressing forward with the clean energy that's going to be creating new jobs for decades to come and transition from dirty energy. We shouldn't be subsidizing the past, we should invest in the future.
Third, how to keep Americans safe in light of worldwide problems.
We'll mobilize the world to work with us, and we make sure other countries pull their own weight, so we're not ending up sending our troops and spending our money every time there's a problem around the world. That's not a lack of leadership, that's common sense.
And finally, how to have a political system that truly reflects the American people.
I believe that there should not be a single state in which we're making it harder for people to vote instead of easier. That doesn't make any sense.
But his most blunt answer came out of nowhere when the crowd asked him for 4 more years.
I can't do that because of the Constitution, and I can't do that because Michelle would kill me.
A little humor there from President Obama, and he had a packed day. And directly after that speech, President Obama met with Hector Orozco. Hector was the husband of fallen Omaha police officer Carrie Orozco. I talked with Carrie's mom right before the start of this show. She tells me Hector and his kids were able to hand deliver a letter to the president that they drafted with the help of Representative Brad Ashford. That letter was to get president's support for the Carrie Orozco Act, a bill that would extend immigration-related assistance to first responders.